morning, everybody. Welcome back to HBI Auto. We are starting this video off in a 2019 Porsche 911 Carrera 4 GTS. It's a really long title for a car. It's an immaculate car. I'm really excited to show you guys this one. We've had this one for a little bit now in our inventory, and if you're already curious about this car, go ahead and click the link in the description below. You can check out more photos and get in contact with the team about picking up this GTS. But let's dive right into it. This one has 10,000 miles on it, like literally 10,087 miles on it. So just hit that 10,000 mile mark. And for 2019, that's not too shabby at all. This one is really well maintained. It's a beautiful spec in my opinion. Really just clean, full black on black with center lock wheels. You can't beat that in a GTS car. You can't beat that. Now this one is really nice because it has a carbon fiber steering wheel, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. You do have a plethora of good features on here, that including a really nice sunroof. You have Alcantara, or like you have the Alcantara material running on the A-pillars right here. It's so nice and it's so clean. And we're just gonna go for a drive and mostly showing you guys the spec. I believe we've talked about GTS cars in the past, but as a little refresher, they're making really good power for what they are. This car produces over 400 to the wheel, and it's not too bad at all. This one is spec'd into a PDK transmission, and it's a good car. And we talked about in the last video, a 981 came in GTS, and honestly, we're just on a GTS train here. I've preached how much I love GTS cars because of the practicality and the duality of them all, so I'm not gonna get too crazy into it. We're just gonna kind of enjoy the drive here. Again, it's a little bit of a gloomy day here in Mocksville, North Carolina, but that's okay. We're behind the wheel of a Porsche. You can't complain too much. So this is the interior of this Carrera 4 GTS. Again, 10,000 miles on this 2019. It's a 991.2, completely stock interior and exterior, and I really love this. Starting off, you have the carbon fiber steering wheel with the paddle shifters, and you have drive mode selector right there. Like I mentioned earlier, you have tons of carbon fiber accents in this car, as you can see right here on the door cards, in the center console, and even on the PDK transmission on the shift knob. It all flows really well. You also have carbon fiber right there. I really do like these. I wish it had the GTS stitched in there. I really do like that look, but unfortunately this one does not have that. But you do have a sunroof, like I mentioned earlier. Now I'm going to go ahead and apologize because the wheels are pretty dirty, but nonetheless, this is the exterior of this 911 GTS. Full black on black look, as a lot of people would call this a triple black spec. You do have the steel brakes in there. Again, these are center lock wheels. They are a little dirty right now just because of how like messy it is out here. I digress. Really nice tire combination with those center lock wheels. Now what's cool about this 911 GTS is that you actually have the rear wiper, which you don't see that too often on cars, especially with 911s. You don't really see a rear wiper, but you can spec it with that. So that's really nice, actually. Again, adds to the daily capability and like the daily value of this car. One thing that I do notice on the back of a lot of 911s is that a lot of people decide to change this out. The Porsche logo, the Porsche name with the 911, sometimes it says Carrera 4 GTS, sometimes it says 911, sometimes it just says Porsche. I don't know. I personally would just remove all the emblems. That's just my 2 cents on it. But I digress. I always really love the Carrera 4 rear ends. I just love that single taillight on the end. And then you have that kind of off-center exit exhaust that is, again, an active exhaust. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you are interested in this 911 Carrera 4 GTS, highly recommend you come check it out. It has 10,000 miles on it for 2019, almost like a 4-year-old car. That's not too bad at all. It's ready for a whole new life ahead of itself. And it's really just, it's wanting a new driver. So if you happen to be that driver, come drive this car and buy this car. That's me being a salesperson. I digress. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.